Looking for a mower? Look no further than Gooseneck Implement. At Gooseneck, we have the right John Deere lawn equipment for a range of homeowners. We offer riding mowers, zero-turn mowers, utility tractors, and even gators for the off-roading enthusiast. And when you buy from Gooseneck, you get the assurance that your John Deere equipment will have the parts and service support when you need it. Stop by Gooseneck Implement today and find the John Deere mower that's right for you.
We think the fire started in our bedroom. Thankfully, we all did get out safe. The house ended up being a total loss. There were a lot of tears. Our Farmers Union insurance agent was there the next day, and he not only came to see how we were doing, but he brought us a check to say, you know what, here's a little bit of money to get you guys going, and had us paid out in full within 2 weeks.
Farmers Union Insurance. Simply different.
We picked the right insurance company.
The Mountain Tauros win the Central Division crown for the first time in franchise history with a win last weekend over the Brookings Blizzard by a score of 3-2. Your Tauros are at home for the 2 games this weekend when they take on the Austin Bruins, a team that's been mathematically eliminated from the playoffs in the Central Division of the North American Hockey League. This is the week of March 29th. This is Tauros Weekly. On tonight's show, we'll talk to the captain, Jake Dittel, goaltender Lucas Murray, the GM and head coach, Marty Murray. Hey, I'm Nick Hulberg. Thanks for joining us tonight here at Elevation at the Minot Country Club. Let's hop into it and look back to last week, the matchup, the lone game on the weekend for the Tauros. They went down to Brookings to take on the Blizzard, and the Tauros get the win in the contest. 3-2 is the final score. Tauros were outshot, however, in the game 46-36, but Lucas Murray hangs on for his 19th win of the year. This was in front of 909 fans in Brookings. Alex Adams continues to tear. He had 2 goals on the night. Derek Frentz had 1 goal, 1 assist in the hockey game. Reed Stephenson, the rookie, continues to rack up points. He had 2 assists in the contest. The Tauros overall in the year, 7-4-1 against Brookings, a potential first-round matchup for the Central Division playoffs. On to the standings inside the Central, and you look at the Tauros, the Y next to their name, that means they've locked in the division crown. Congratulations to the Tauros. What a season it's been for Marty Murray's crew. 5th best record in the entire North American Hockey League, 36-16-4. Tauros, some key stats here. They're 8-2 in their last 10. They've won 3 in a row, 76 points on the year, and they are dominating inside the Central Division. Minnesota Wilderness currently sitting 10 points back. They're in the 2nd place spot. 15 points back, Aberdeen having a dogfight with Brookings and Bismarck for some of those playoff spots. Only 4 playoff spots up for grabs inside the Central. Brookings has lost their last 4. The Bismarck Bobcats have gone 7-3 in their last 10. The E next to Austin's name means they're mathematically eliminated from the playoffs here in 2016-2017, trailing the Tauros by 26 points. So let's look at the top 10 Tauros and who's performing on the goal and assist side of things. And it's Reed Stephenson, 9th in the entire North American League for rookies in scoring, 49 points for him. Winnipeg, Manitoba product, having a great year. He leads the Tauros. Derek Frentz, 3rd in the North American Hockey League for assists on the season. He's racked up 36 of those on the year. 2nd in scoring for the Tauros, 49 points on the season. 46 points for Alex Adams, 10th for points for rookies. He leads all rookies with goals on the season. He's got 28 of those on the year. 42 points for Tyler Jeanson. Zach Bross sitting on 39. 35 for Nate Pionk. Nolan Sawchuk, the D-man, he cracks the top 10 in scoring for the Tauros with 32 points on the year. The number that's most impressive about Sawchuk, a plus 30 on the season for the plus-minus category. He leads all rookies, forwards and defensemen inside the North American League. Chase Springman, 29 points for him, 26 points for the captain, Jake Dittel. That comes to the tune of 5 goals, 21 assists on the year. Well, for the past 2 months, we've been keeping our eye on the all-time points leaders for Tauros hockey in franchise history. Christian Moe's at the top of the ladder still, 101 points for him. Chase Springman, 95 points with 4 games remaining in the regular season. He's on pace to pick up 97. Springer looking to see if he can't go on a hot streak here at the end of the season. Derek France currently sitting in that 3rd place spot all time. He's on pace to reach 90. Johnny Walker still sits at 81. 76 is the pace that Tyler Jeanson's on again with 4 games remaining. Well, let's turn our attention now to the blue paint, the goaltenders that have been sensational for the Tauros on the year. Lucas Murray playing in 34 of the games that the Tauros have played in. 19 wins for him, 11 losses, 3 overtime defeats, 2 9-1 goals against average, and a .901 save percentage, combining with Austin Park, a 2.52 goals against average and a .914 for the tandem. The goaltender Park, 5th best goals against average in the North American League, 2.13 goals against average and a .928 save percentage. He was the goaltender of the month last month for the North American Hockey League. We'll talk to Lucas Murray tonight. We'll also talk to Jake Dittel. But when we return, we'll talk to Marty Murray, the head coach of the Tauros. We'll hear his thoughts after the Tauros wrap up their first Central Division crown, the first of what will probably be many. Great season to the Tauros. We'll hear from the head coach when we return.
Meet the professionals of Trinity Sports Medicine. Trinity Sports Medicine has been serving the region's athletes and physically active population for more than 25 years. All of the athletic trainers at Trinity Sports Medicine are licensed in North Dakota and work side by side with Sports Medicine Medical Director Dr. Dawn Mattern to ensure the best possible care. Our professionals provide specialized medical care for preventing and treating injuries for the active people in our community. These medical professionals work hard to keep you healthy. But if an injury does happen, you can rely on the skilled athletic trainers to get you moving or back in the game again. It doesn't matter if you play for a competitive sports team or enjoy being active to stay healthy. You are part of the Trinity Sports Medicine family.
Marty Murray joins us now here on Tauros Weekly at Elevation at the Minot Country Club. Boy, it feels good being the Central Division champions. First of all, congratulations. And what does that feel like for you? You've been a part of this thing since day number 1. Quite the accomplishment for your hockey club.
Yeah, I'm proud of the guys, Nick. It's been a long go, and obviously they report September 1st, and we're beating on them every day to try to be better. And, it's credit to them. They've really bought in and done a fantastic job throughout the season.
Last 2 years, a second-place finish for your club both years, and in the driver's seat 2 years ago, for you to finally get the monkey off the back, maybe, if you will. What does this mean to the organization as a whole?
Well, it's sure it's a nice accomplishment, but we're, to tell you the truth, I'm not putting a ton of stock into it. We clinched first place in the division in the regular season, which is great, but we feel that we have the team to do much more here down the stretch, and it's just another check mark to cross off, I think, in our list of goals here this winter, and hopefully the best is yet to come.
Back to last weekend, you guys only have 1 game on the schedule. First of all, that's kind of nice having just the one on the weekend. Is that good or bad in your mind, only having the 1 game schedule?
It is what it is. I mean, I think at this point of the season, if you get a night off or a day off, anytime you take it. So, we went down there and got a tired Brookings team and, found a way to win. It wasn't perfect by any means, but found a way to win. You
guys were up 2-0. They claw their way back in front of their hometown fans. Lucas Murray stands on his head at the end there in the final 10 minutes. You guys get a goal to win the hockey game. Your thoughts on the way you guys prevailed at the end of the game? Showed some true grit there.
Well, I know one thing we've talked about all season is our power play, and it was nice to see our power play come through with 2 power play goals throughout the game. In particular, with 8 minutes left in the game, when the game's on the line in a tie game, we got a big power play goal. So that was encouraging, and I thought Lucas played a very strong game. Brookings, you got to give them credit. They were pretty gutsy. They were playing their 3rd game in 3 days, and I thought they had a gutsy effort and put forth, I think, 46 shots, and Lucas stood tall, and it's one of those games you leave there thinking the goalie probably won you one.
On to the future now, and the Tauros have a matchup this weekend with Austin, which we'll preview here in a moment, Marty. But when you look at the Central Division standings, you guys have a healthy lead on the Minnesota Wilderness, who are in 2nd place, a 10-point swing there, 15 points to 3rd, 17 points to 4th, 20 points all the way down to that 5th place spot. Do you have any concern with the hockey club moving forward with 4 games remaining with such a big lead, with teams coming into your barn here in the next 2 weekends, really digging for a playoff spot?
Well, I think it'll be good for us. Obviously Austin's eliminated, but they're I don't know if they're going to have some younger players in the lineup, but I think they're a team that's always worked hard, and I think they're going to bring that. And then, the last weekend series against the Wilderness, I'm sure the standings will be solidified by then. But, for us, we want to make sure we're playing good hockey going into the playoffs. At the same time, we might look at sitting some guys down, resting some guys, and making sure we're ready for the playoffs. But we want to stay healthy. I find when you let your guard down a little bit, that's when you, run the risk of getting injured. So we want to make sure we're healthy going into the playoffs, and that means bringing the intensity every day.
A lot of veterans in that room, which should help with the focus heading towards playoff time. To me, it seems like it would be kind of easy to kind of get off that path in a sense, knowing that you're already locked in at the number one spot.
Yeah, you don't want to take things for granted for sure, and I've said it all year long. Whoever we play in the first round of the playoffs is going to be a real tough opponent, so we're going to have to be at our best, and starting from practice to the 4 regular season games, we have to be dialed in, and before we know it, April 14th, the first game of the playoffs will be here.
Goaltending hasn't been an issue all year. Scoring goals hasn't been an issue all year. Special teams has been good all year long, and it seems like the power play kicking now. For you, moving forward to these final 4 games in the regular season with the championship crown on the head and moving towards the playoffs where it's kind of championship or bust for you, is there an Achilles heel to your hockey team right now? Is there anything that you see from the coaching side that really needs improvement?
Well, I don't know if I'm ever happy, and I think the guys can tell you about that. But, for me, we watched some video this morning, and one area we need to focus on, I think, is our puck management. We had a lot of turnovers in crucial areas of the rink and giving up scoring opportunities, and we don't want to rely on our goaltending too much. I think they've bailed us out, but at the same time, I think we got to do a little bit better job of managing the puck. I think we turned the puck over in too many dangerous areas. On to
the matchup this weekend. Pepsi Rink's going to be busy again. The Austin Bruins come to town. This is a team that's already eliminated from the playoffs. Anytime you play a team that's already eliminated, you guys are the champions. What kind of problems does that pose for you guys?
Well, like I touched on before, we want to make sure we stay healthy, and anytime you kind of go out there and go through the motions, I feel like you're running the risk of getting injured. I think anybody that's followed the Austin Minot series the last few years realizes, even though we're the furthest apart, as far as mileage from city to city in our division, it's a real heated rivalry, and I think our fans always look forward to the Bruins coming to town, and I'm sure their staff and players feel the same way.
You guys at home are 17-6-3 on the season. That's quite the mark. Even more impressive to me, 22-3-2 when you guys score the first goal. Cliche question, as it always is here on Tauros Weekly. I'm good for one for each week, but how important is that first goal in all these games moving forward?
Well, it's huge. Especially, come playoff time, I think you're going to see a lot of 3-2, 2-1 games. So, to get on the board first and get some momentum always helps. But it's not the end of the world. We've come from behind too. But, if you're scoring first, usually it means you come out well, and we want to certainly come out, especially we have home ice advantage in that first round. We want to make sure our starts are strong. I
just want you to touch on some of these key players for you at the top of this list. When we look at the top 10 of the Tauros, boy, you could spend a few minutes on each of these guys talking, but what a great job picking up Reed Stephenson, Alex Adams, a pair of rookies there that have lit the league up here this year.
Well, we feel our depth is as strong as anybody in the entire league, and obviously the Stephenson friends, Adams line gets a lot of credit, and they're deservingly so. They've put up some pretty big numbers this winter, but at the same time, we've had contribution from everybody. We are top 6 forwards. Their numbers got to be pretty strong compared to the rest of the league, and we have some veteran players that have contributed in every aspect of it. And on the back end, led by Dittel and our captain, and we've had some. We've had some guys come out of the woodworks here, the Wyans, the Sawchucks of the world that have done a real good job for us in year 1, too.
Final question for you. After you guys won the Central Division crown, did you get to celebrate with Nigel at all? Did you guys pop the champagne or anything crazy like that?
You know what I did? My son was playing in a hockey tournament in Jamestown, so I actually drove my own vehicle to the game and then drove home. So it was kind of nice. We touched on just one game this weekend, and outside of the Tauros, it was nice to have a little family time, a little quality one-on-one time with my son. So haven't really had a chance to celebrate this too much, and like I said, it's one step in that we're trying to get through, and hopefully there's many more to come.
Congratulations on a great regular season. Still 4 games to be played, and best of luck this weekend.
Appreciate it, Nick. Thanks.
That's Marty Murray, the head coach and general manager of the Minotauros. When we come back, we'll talk to the veteran goaltender Lucas Murray after a big performance on Saturday night, picking up win number 19 of the year. We'll hear the goaltender's thoughts when we return.
Looking for a mower? Look no further than Gooseneck Implement. At Gooseneck, we have the right John Deere lawn equipment for a range of homeowners. We offer riding mowers, zero-turn mowers, utility tractors, and even gators for the off-roading enthusiast. And when you buy from Gooseneck, you get the assurance that your John Deere equipment will have the parts and service support when you need it. Stop by Gooseneck Implement today and find the John Deere mower that's right for you.
We think the fire started in our bedroom. Thankfully, we all did get out safe. The house ended up being a total loss. There were a lot of tears. Our Farmers Union insurance agent was there the next day, and he not only came to see how we were doing, but he brought us a check to say, you know what, here's a little bit of money to get you guys going, and had us paid out in full within 2 weeks.
Farmers Union Insurance. Simply different.
We picked the right insurance company.
The old hockey adage that goaltending can win you championships is a fair and true statement here in 2016-2017. We're joined with one of the goaltenders that has helped the Tauros win the regular season crown, Lucas Murray. Lucas, thanks for some time here tonight.
Yeah, thanks for having me. I appreciate it.
Boy, it's been a fun year watching you play here in your senior season, if you will. Win number 19 on the year and a big one on Saturday night to win the Central Division Championship. Boy, you had a heavy workload as well, 46 shots on goal. Do you prefer games like that where you get a little bit more of a workload back there?
Yeah, when you get that many shots, it's kind of one of those games where you just you stop thinking and you just save pucks, and that's all you have to worry about. And it's a good feeling to have. You kind of feel in the zone, and defense did a good job at keeping the shots to the outside and whatnot, and they've been doing a good job with that all year, so it makes my job easier.
19 wins on the season for you. That's quite the accomplishment. Do you worry about numbers like that throughout the year?
No, I try not to think about it too much. I mean, I think I pride myself most on how many wins I have. So if I can get the higher I get that up, the more happy I am, I guess. So that's kind of what I've been thinking about the whole year. It's just win as many games as I can, and the rest should work out.
It's been interesting watching Austin Park kind of emerge as one of the top rookie goaltenders in the league, and what that does for a fellow goaltender in practice and to push each other. I want to just touch on that a little bit, how competitive practice has become, knowing that there's a guy that's trying to steal your job each and every night.
Yeah, Parks, he's probably one of the hardest working goalies I've came across, and in practice he's always battling, and it helps push me too. And at this point, having a goalie like that on your team, it's kind of like either whether it's me or him in the net, I feel confident that we can win. And you know, it's a good feeling to have, and I think it helps build confidence for the team too from that standpoint.
Touch on the mindset just a little bit, being a goaltender, and it's such a mental game back there in the blue paint with the special pillows on your legs. For you, what's the mindset knowing that on any given night it's a shake of the dice on who's going to get the call to get the start on any given night?
Personally, I think it's good for the team. Like I said before, I think it helps build the confidence. The team can go out and just not have to worry about us letting up a soft goal or anything. They can go play their game and not have to worry about the goals against as much. And then from just a mental preparation part, I mean, you prepare yourself the same for every game, whether you're playing or not, and try and get the win.
For you in the back on the back end of the ice and in the blue paint, you got a team in front of you full of a bunch of veteran guys and some rookies that are the tops in the league. 3.27 goals per game the Tauros are scoring right now. Knowing that you've got a 3-goal cushion on any night, that has to make your job pretty easy back there, doesn't it?
It really does. Knowing that, like, if you get down early, 2 goals, maybe 1 or 2 goals, and knowing that, all right, just hold them here, and then you know your team's going to score goals, it's a good feeling. It lets you do your job, knowing that they're going to get their job done, scoring goals and putting pucks in net.
Final 4 games of the regular season are going to take place at the Pepsi rink at Mesa Arena. How fascinating is that place to play in?
Yeah, it's something special. I mean, everything that the team and Nigel and Marty and them have done for us and set up the locker room, and how nice that rink is, and Mr. Porter even too, just all the contributions they've made, it's been huge for us, and I think it's even going to help us go into the playoffs, having such a home ice advantage, and so I think it's good for us.
Final thing for you, you following the Frozen Four at all in the college hockey championship? Who do you have in the finals there? Who do you think is going to win? Do you have a prediction?
Being a Northern mini boy, I got to go with the Bulldogs, hometown team.
Well, I'm pulling for them too. I think maybe Harvard, your former counterpart, but a goaltender that played for the Tauros, Merrick Madsen, playing for Harvard and trying to win a national championship. Pretty cool being able to know that that could be right around the corner for you as well with the phone call from some of these colleges.
Yeah,
hey?
Yeah, crossing my fingers. Yeah.
Absolutely. Best of luck on the rest of the year coming up. Great job on the season, and congratulations on that Central Division crown.
Yep, thank you, appreciate it.
That's Lucas Murray, the goaltender for the Tauros. When we come back, we'll talk to the Tauros captain and defenseman Jake Dittel. This is Tauros Weekly.
The investment you've made in your John Deere equipment is too valuable to just shed it and forget it this fall. Get your tractor, air drill, planter, sprayer, baler, combine, or header scheduled for a postseason performance inspection at one of the 8 Gooseneck Implement store locations. If you schedule by January 1st, 2017, Gooseneck will provide 100 miles of free trucking to their facility. And any John Deere parts you may need installed by Gooseneck certified technicians will maintain the used season warranty for most equipment. Optimize performance and prevent downtime. Call your local Gooseneck store today.
Meet the professionals of Trinity Sports Medicine. Trinity Sports Medicine has been serving the region's athletes and physically active population for more than 25 years. All of the athletic trainers at Trinity Sports Medicine are licensed in North Dakota and work side by side with Sports Medicine Medical Director Dr. Dawn Mattern to ensure the best possible care. Our professionals provide specialized medical care for preventing and treating injuries for the active people in our community. These medical professionals work hard to keep you healthy. But if an injury does happen, you can rely on the skilled athletic trainers to get you moving or back in the game again. It doesn't matter if you play for a competitive sports team or enjoy being active to stay healthy. You are part of the Trinity Sports Medicine family.
I had got a call. They thought my house might be on fire. My wife was at work and my son was at school. Smoke was just rolling out, and then you'd see the flames coming up. A very helpless feeling watching, knowing there's nothing you can do. You just stand there and watch. Very emotional. Farmers Union Insurance did such an excellent job with us. I can't imagine any insurance company doing a better job. Dreams, memories, everything was put back together the way it should be to get us right back on course.
Farmers Union Insurance. Simply different.
3-year veteran and captain Jake Dittel joins us now here on Tauros Weekly. We're live at Elevation at the Minot Country Club. Jake, thanks for some time tonight. Congratulations on that Central Division crown.
Yeah, thank you. Appreciate it.
You've been here for 3 years with the Tauros, and it's been fun to watch you progress as a hockey player and as a man now. And for you, let's just touch on that Central Division championship. For you, what does it mean personally to be a part of a team that wins the regular season crown after such a grueling haul?
Yeah, I guess going from my first year and my second year, we couldn't quite get there. We had second place both years, I believe. So it's nice to finally get there and clinch it and know that we have it. And it's been a long road, but it's paid off for sure. You guys moving forward, and kind of the vibe I get from Marty Murray is that just quite isn't good enough, and a Central Division playoff title is really the main goal here in a Robertson Cup championship. Is that the same mood in the room? Is that fair to say? Yeah, I mean, we're a team that obviously we've won a lot of games, and we're a team that likes to win, and we're going to continue to win as much as we can, regardless if we've clinched first place, if we've clinched the league, or anything like that. So we're going to win, and we're going to do whatever it takes to win. Talk about the win on Saturday night down in Brookings, a 3-2 victory. Lucas Murray steals the show there in the third period. Power play starts cooking a little bit. Overall, your thoughts on the 3-2 victory down there? It was a great team win, good road win. We went in, we played one game that weekend, so we got some extra rest, which was nice. Obviously, they played 3-3, so they were a little tired, but they came out fighting hard, and, it was a good few goals from our power play units and Alex Adams, Derek Frentz also, and Lucas played solid in the pipes. I mean, we obviously held him out every night like we do, but he made the saves he needed to and kept us in the game for sure. When you talk about the team effort and how good the goaltending has been this year in numbers, 2.52 goals against average, a .914 save percentage, numbers that any goaltenders in the league would want. That's the combined of the tandem that's here now. Up front, the forwards always get a lot of credit, and those rookie guys lighting it up, Frentz lighting it up, and all sorts of guys down the list. But defensively, talk about this core a little bit that you work with on every given day. Boy, defensively sound. You guys are pretty darn good back there. Yeah, I think our mindset going into every game is, along with our goalies, just to keep the puck out of our net. We're not looking to be, too offensive. Yes, we're going to join the rush when we can, but our number one mindset is to get the puck out of our zone, make sure it doesn't go into the net regardless of who's playing, Lucas or Park. We have the same mindset every game.
Talking a little bit away from hockey now and some of the unique things you guys have done in the community. For you get to wear that captaincy on your uniform and kind of be the face of the organization at a lot of times. Talk about the book drive a little bit. That was quite the event.
Yeah, we went to elementary schools, and well, that's part of it. We went to the elementary schools, talked about book drives, and if they could, bring in any kind of book, regardless if it's a Harry Potter novel or a children's book for kids that are 3 years old, just to bring in their books. And then we have a bunch of books now, and we're looking to donate them to places that are in need of books. So it's a huge opportunity, a huge deal for, I think, the community and just the Minotauros in general. And so I think it should be good in the long run.
For you, what's that like, having a bunch of kids and even adults look up to you as a superhero at certain times, and being one of the faces of the organization? That has to be pretty cool.
Yeah, it's definitely a different feeling. I have a younger brother of 2 years, and he can pretty much beat me up, so I didn't have really anybody that can look up to me, I guess. So it's cool when I walk into the classrooms and you just hear little kids yell your last name and have the biggest smile on their face. It makes it all worth it for sure.
You've done a great job representing Tauros hockey. I just want to throw that in there, and great job on all this stuff like the book drives and the other stuff you do with the in-school programs. It's been pretty great to be a part of that and see that stuff from the outside looking in. Let's turn back to our attention now to the end of the season. 4 home games to end this regular season 2016-2017 campaign. You guys get to play all 4 of those games at the Pepsi rink at Mesa Arena. I know that I bring this up all the time, but it really is a spectacle what a arena this place is. Talk just about what that's done to Tauros hockey and your game, and how much it's elevated the way you guys have played each and every night, having the digs over there at the Mesa Arena.
Yeah, I mean, like you said, we have our last 4 regular season games at home. We also clinched our first 2 home games for the playoffs at home, so we'll have a three home game stand, which is really nice. We played our fair share of games on the road, so it'll be nice to stay home, just not have to go on the long bus trips every week or for the next 3 weeks, I guess, and just kind of relax. But the rink's huge. It's been awesome, especially with all the sponsorship that our team and all the partnerships that we have. They've gotten a lot of people there. I know we broke a record, I believe, was it 3 weeks ago for the Pack the Mesa? 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago for the Pack the Mesa, and it was the loudest I think I've ever been a part of a rink. So that was an unbelievable experience, and hopefully the fire marshals don't have to turn away people for playoffs this year. I know they had to do that my first year when we played Bismarck, so hopefully we can pack it and he won't have to turn away any people this year.
When you talk about that, Jake, and the playoff focus, 4 games remain in the regular season. You guys have already locked in that number 1 spot. You win the Central Division crown. How hard is it to stay focused on these 4 games ahead of you, knowing that the playoffs are right around the corner, and how big that is for Tauros hockey?
I guess it is hard, but just from a team standpoint, we need to look at 1 game at a time, and that's been our goal every game this year. Just take 1 at a time. Don't worry about what's going to happen at game 61 or whatever, but just worry about the game in hand and what we need to do to take care of it.
For you, the final question I have, Frozen 4 prediction. I talked to Lucas Murray, the Northern Minnesota boy. Hugo, Minnesota for you. First of all, who's your favorite college hockey team, and are they in the Frozen 4? And who do you have winning this big dance for college hockey this year?
Well, my favorite college hockey team was probably the Minnesota Gophers, but I've strayed away from that.
You're smart man.
Man, I probably have to go with Maine, which I don't know. I like their colors and their logo, I guess. I don't know. But they're not in the Final Four. I'd probably have to go with, take it from Lucas Murray, but the Bulldogs. And I know Nate Pionk has a brother on there, and he'd probably kill me if I didn't say the Bulldogs. So I'm going to go with the Bulldogs for the win.
Well, it's going to be fun watching that happen. Best of luck this weekend, and it's going to be fun watching you guys play the Austin Bruins on Friday and Saturday night. We sure appreciate your time. Great job wearing that C for Tauros hockey again this year.
Awesome. Thank you very much.
That's Jake Dittel, the captain of the Tauros. When we come back, we're going to preview the weekend. The Tauros are at home for 2 against the Austin Bruins. This is Tauros hockey.
We think the fire started in our bedroom. Thankfully, we all did get out safe. The house ended up being a total loss. There were a lot of tears. Our Farmers Union insurance agent was there the next day, and he not only came to see how we were doing, but he brought us a check to say, you know what, Here's a little bit of money to get you guys going and had us paid out in full within 2 weeks.
Farmers Union Insurance. Simply different.
We picked the right insurance company.
Minutemen Tauros return to the Pepsi rink at Mesa Arena for the next 4 games of the regular season and the opening weekend of the first round of the playoffs. That's 6 straight games at the Mesa Arena guaranteed coming up. And this first one this weekend is against the Austin Bruins, a team that the Tauros have dominated against. They're 6-0 on the year against the Bruins. The Bruins last place inside of the Central Division. They are mathematically eliminated from the playoff chase, whereas the Tauros, the top dog inside the Central Division, they've already won the championship. Here's a few numbers for you. Goals per game, well, the Tauros average just a few more, pretty close in that category, but the goals against is where the Tauros dominate. They only give up 2.63 per game, whereas the Bruins give up 3.48. Special teams matchup is a pretty good one here as well. Keep an eye on Reed Stephenson. He's got 8 points in the series, 7 points for Alex Adams. Derek Frentz hasn't scored against the Bruins, but he's got 6 assists on the year. Cawthon Boodle on the other side has 7 points. Richards has 5 on the season-long series. Both games scheduled for 7:30 at the Mesa Arena this weekend. Tickets available at MinotaurosHockey.com. Also, tickets available for the 3rd Annual Awards Banquet coming up April 4th at the Holiday in Riverside next weekend. Visit MinotaurosHockey.com for more information there as well. Special thanks to all the guests for stopping by tonight, and of course our producer Ken Oda. I'm Nick Hulberg signing off from Elevation. Until Friday night during warm-ups, we'll see you next time. Have a good night.
I had got a call. They thought my house might be on fire. My wife was at work and my son was at school. Smoke was just rolling out, and then you'd see the flames coming up. A very helpless feeling watching, knowing there's nothing you can do. You just stand there and watch. Very emotional. Farmers Union Insurance did such an excellent job with us. I can't imagine any insurance company doing a better job. Dreams, memories, everything was put back together the way it should be to get us right back on course.
Farmers Union Insurance. Simply different.